sumugod, the bump in the finish. Jumper is good. Lamar, basket and one. Has 6 points back. Ilagan knocks down the 3. Steal, Yambing, look out. William Bing throws it down. Manny sees a gap and throws it down early. Sergio, what a book jam. Oh my goodness. For 3.
Action continues in the 8th season of the MPBL. We are live in the City of Life in Binyan, Laguna at the Alonte Sports Arena. Art de la Cruz and the Cowboys look to bounce back from their tough loss, their worst loss of the season, going up against Jolo Mendoza and the surging Golden Coolers. Yan po ang tampok sa ating second game. The Ilagan Isabela Cowboys take on the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Christian Duanzon. Coach Chris, important game between these two teams who are fighting for playoff positions in their respective divisions.
No question, Ilagan coming off a huge win couple weeks back, their first time to host in Ilagan, and then the setback after they get back into the Metro and on the verge right now, getting in a good rhythm in terms of playing, in terms of winning naman itong Rizal. This is a big game for both of them.
Hello sa lahat na nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, on Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Let's bring in our courtside reporter, Miss Gianna Llanes. And G, Coach Chris mentioned already yung masakit na pagkatalo nitong Ilagan Isabela. How are they heading to this matchup?
Well, Coach Louis Gonzalez said that Cebu was just really 2 steps ahead of them the entire game. He said that during that last game, Cebu just came out strong, pero thankfully now the past couple of days, they were able to recharge, they were able to recalibrate and really rest. He said it was a little bit heartbreaking, that last loss, because they could have secured that home court advantage going into the playoffs. But he is still holding on to hope at yun ang motivation ng team niya from now on to give that as a treat to their home crowd. He said that going against Rizal today is going to be a tough challenge for them. So all he reminded his team was that they have to take control the entire game, and keeping the score low is going to be an advantage for them. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. The good news for Ilagan Isabela is they're still currently sitting at that number 4 spot in the North Division. But going back to their last game against the Cebu Greats, sila yung unang nakapuntos in this game, but Cebu racking up 18 straight points, and that basically was the ball game.
2-0 to your point, and that was the only time they led. But after that, they started just flat after scoring the first 2 points, and they remained flat. Yun ang masakit dun eh. Hindi nakarebanse nung second, third, and fourth quarter. At tuluyan natambakan, no? Itong Cebu, they failed to score over 15 points in each quarter. 15 was the highest in the third quarter. At nabiktima sila muli ng isang mahusay na manlalaro, one of the leading candidates sa MVP na si Mark Meneses, who had another day in the office with another double-double.
Yeah, who, by the way, had a game winner yesterday
Last
against
night.
Mindoro.
Yeah, the 1-point win.
Mark Meneses, Ilagan Isabela, searching for their 14th victory. Ganon din ang hinahangad ng Rizal, na ganon din actually sitwasyon nila against Pasay when they visited Ilagan Isabela. They were down 11-0 in this game to start off. Pero sila naaribanse laban sa Voyagers.
I love how you're following through the influence, but itong laro, iba nga nang naging larong to, no? And it's specifically that third quarter, you talk about flipping the script. They did that with the help of Jolo Mendoza, who scored 8 of his 18 points in the third quarter, 13 in the second half. He was the only one in double figures in that game compared to Pasay, who had 3. The difference was itong Rizal, 11 of the 12 players who played scored at least in that game. So it was a collective effort, but make no mistake about it. It was led by Jolo Mendoza.
Jolo Mendoza leading all scorers in that game against Pasay. And when he sized up these two teams, Gianna mentioned already, Ilagan prefers a low-scoring affair, while Rizal, one of the high-octane offense we have here in our league.
You look at the season comparison, no? Their averages, scoring identical, 85.9, 84.1 para sa Cowboys. Pero dito nagkakatalo sa points allowed. A defensive-minded coach, really, both squads. No? Coach Louie, ganun din. Pero ang difference, mas na-execute ng Rizal. Below 80 points ang ina-allow nila. 3-pointers made, 8 compared to 6. Free throws, mas lamang doon. Etong Cowboys, specifically because of Robbie Celis, his addition, another driver, another playmaker alongside with his sidekick na si Art de la Cruz. And you see yung pinakahuli, 41 lamang ang Rizal.
Right, Ilagan Isabela versus Rizal for second game. Puntahan na natin si Miguel Pere for starting lineups.
This is the 2026 MANNY PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Let's meet the starters. First, for Ilagan Isabela, 5-star Cowboys. Starting at guard number 22, Chino Mosqueda. Also at guard number 2, Don Gumaru. Playing center number 8, Robbie Celis. Forward number 18, Art de la Cruz. Also at forward number 29, Alan Mina. The head coach for the Cowboys is Luis Gonzalez. Assistant coaches, Mixon Ramos, Eric De La Cuesta, Hans Robles, Edel Tacorda, and Alex Calweng. Coaching consultant, Glenn Capascio. Team managers, Vice Mayor Dave Diaz, board member EJ Diaz and Georgie Fournier. Team governors, Ricky Lagui and Joey Fournier. The team owners are Jayo Diaz, Governor Rodito Albano, and Mayor Jay Diaz. And now introducing the starters for Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. At guard number 18, Philip Manalang. Also at guard number 17, Alvin Alday. At center, number 83, Mark Yee. Forward number 28, Marco Balagtas. The other forward number 9, AJ Coronel. The head coach for Rizal is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches, Rob Wainwright, Arvin Bonleon, Ray Paul Javier, James Bartolome, Jonathan Uiloan, and Don Arenas. Team manager, Kyle Cruz. Team owner, Zandre Cruz.
Starting 5 brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Ilagan Isabela. They have Gino Mosqueda and Donald Gumaru na backcourt. Up front, Robbie Celis, Art de la Cruz, and Alin Mina. Para naman sa Rizal, Centro Mall, Golden Coolers, Philip Manalang, Alwin Alday, Mark Yee, Marco Balagtas, and AJ Cornel. Game officials, Molly De Luna, Rodel Brilla, Jemar Taliedo. Fourth referee is Fevy Boy Galiga. Art de la Cruz and Marco Balagtas jump it up at center court. And the tip won by the guys in black, Rizal. Philip Manalang against Donald Gumaru. Mark Yee working on Robbie Celis. Yee blocked by Robbie and ball ends up with Ilagan.
Robbie Celis, also an underrated shot blocker. This is something we mentioned in the first game kay Jay Coliano. Two guys, hindi naman yung kilala sa pagiging high leaper, no? Pero ang galing ng timing nila sa pagpalpal.
Celis pumihit. That one rolls through for Robbie Celis.
Yan kilala sa dyan, scoring the basketball.
Facing up against his former head coach and Coach Don Dulay. Malagtas to Alwin Alday. Open free for Marco Balagtas. No good. Robbie Celis corrals the miss. Somehow, this front court has worked. Doon yung magkasama sila at that 4 and 5 spots. Art de la Cruz and Robbie Celis. Alan Mina led with his shoulder. He will be called with an offensive foul.
Saw a gap in the middle, just extended yung kanyang kanang elbow and prompted the official to make the call.
Philip Manalang has been starting at that point guard spot for the Golden Coolers. Very aggressive, not usually looking for a shot. That time though, blocked by Gumaru.
What a recovery. Matapos sa tumalon doon sa unang shot fake ni Manalang, was the one responsible for the block as well.
De La Cruz, one-hander. Fight for the rebound. Coronel ends up with it. Alday on the right side. Umikot. Second rebound by Robbie Celis. Pitch ahead to Art De La Cruz, who could not finish.
A tough angle on the catch by Art De La Cruz. Was caught behind the basketboard, basically, and had to finish with his offhand.
Manalang his second attempt. This time from beyond the arc. Celis forcing his way inside. He will earn himself 2 free throws.
Loves to use that inside shoulder, and yung paggamit ng katawan si Robbie Celis, mahusay yan, to create contact or even make a basket this time. Earns his way to the stripe.
Let's check in with Gianna.
Kwento ni Rizal head coach Don Dulay na for this game, they specifically prepared for the leadership of Art De La Cruz and Robbie Celis in Isabela. Lalo na, gaya nga ng sabi mo, Ken, dating player ni Coach Don itong si Robbie. Coach Don reveals that they are still very close and considers him one of the best offensive forwards in the league. In his words, I know he expects me to be just as competitive as him today, which may be an advantage daw for Isabela dahil kapisado na ni Robbie ang sistema niya. But thankfully daw, Rizal has been locked in with their defensive game plan for the last 3 games. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Balagtas hits the jumper, getting Rizal on the board. And just going back to our report, Robbie Celis, the starting forward for Coach Don with Nueva Ecija, started in all of their games. So magkakilala na yung dalawang yan.
Was that for 2 seasons in Nueva Ecija?
Yeah, dalawa.
2 seasons yun diba? Or maybe 1.5 because the first season ni Don Dulay.
Dalawa yun. Dalawang buo yun.
No? Right? Okay. That's why I had to ask you kasi alam ko lagi ka sigurado. But, you know, yeah, to follow through also on the report by Gianna, can we expect also, and this is assuming obviously if Ilagan wins this ball game, since there's a backstory of another former player and coach, right, in Robbie Celis, maybe another interview, another emotional interview, just like what Fontanilla displayed last weekend. That backstory with Jerson Cabildes, that would be nice. Pero ewan ko lang kung iyakin tong si Robbie Celis. I just don't see it in him.
Parang hindi, no?
Oh, hindi kasi former Tiger yan. Yung mga former Tiger, mga iyakin talaga yan.
So aminado ka?
Hindi lahat.
Hindi lahat. May exception.
May exception to the rule.
Couple of frees already from Allen Mina. That's why Ilagan Isabela is up by 5.
By the way, that's no knock whatsoever on Joshua Fontanilla because I love that interview. I had to post it on my feed.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers. Bihirang gawin. Ang partner ko yan. Yung mag-post ng story na ibang player.
That was the first time actually. Probably in 8 seasons.
Manalang has been really looking for a shot. He had a reverse layup earlier, but everything else has resulted into a miss. Almost 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. 5-point lead for the Cowboys. MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Mosqueda, acquired during the window in exchange for Joseph Gabayni.
You talk about a team that was aggressive, just like that drive by Robbie Celis. This team was aggressive during that trade window with the changes they made in their roster. Talk about the Cowboys.
Alday swoops in for the basket. Balik sa 5 ang lamang. Mosqueda from Zamboanga. Started the season there. Now has been their starting point guard for the Cowboys. Celis, a couple of baskets already. Shoots over Balagtas. Ball hit the backboard. Bola babalik sa Golden Coolers.
Just a poor job of exploiting the mismatch. They get the switch on Art De La Cruz and Manalang, but they look the other way instead of, you know, with the time remaining in their shot clock and exploiting that matchup. Offense goes nowhere.
Coronel. Gaspay is now on the floor for Rizal. Marquis. Pumipit. Lays it in for 2.
How about that? Who would have thought Marquis, at 76 years old, still able to drive the basketball?
Art De La Cruz bumawi sa kabila.
That's my guy, by the way. Marky, my former teammate. Love him to death. I'm allowed to say that. You guys are not.
Two-time MPBL Defensive Player of the Year, Mark Yee. Sana pinitch mo na doon sa jersey number. Kulang pa eh.
But you talk about a guy who's been ageless. It's Reynal Hugnatan and this guy, Mark Yee. And one of the things I missed kay Mark Yee, because we would always go at each other. And this was the year 2009, back in the PBL. He played for the late Coach Lawrence Chongson. As there you go, Philip Manalang able to get his first two after missing his first couple of shots. And we would go out in practice almost like we were going to a street fight. But after practice, kami lagi magkausap. Nagkaroon kami close ni Marquino nung magkakasama kami. And what I'm amazed of dito kay Marquis, really, ano lang yun eh, on-court stuff lang yun eh. And at that time, he was really struggling. I believe he was, you know, a newlywed, just like any other couple, finding their way in the economy of life. As you see, this beautiful reverse layup by Manala. Kahit anong hirap ng practice namin, maghahanap pa yan ng pagkakakitaan. Yung word na panalay, hindi na ako magugulat kung sa kanya nanggaling yun. Not kay Marquis, kasi talagang sobrang mahal niya yung pamilya niya, pinaglaban yung pamilya niya, eh, kahit pagod siya. Nag-ensayo pa siya, maghahanap pa siya ng mga laro sa labas.
And right on cue, couple of baskets already for Marquis. They pulled to within one. Allen Mina missing the three. Philip Manalang with the rebound. Alday, quick drinker from downtown. And it's now Rizal in the driver's seat, 15-13.
Alday, this is just a much different team when Alday is scoring. That's why Ilagan has to be careful because that could get him going.
Robbie Celis. Entry pass to Art De La Cruz. Can't finish over Mark Yee.
Excellent stand right there by Mark Yee. That shot ended up short by Art.
Alday feeling it. Malakas. Billy Robles with the rebound.
You can't out-jump ito si Robles. You gotta block him out, especially if you're smaller. And this time they get the stop.
Robbie Celis cuts. Fouled hard by Mark Yee.
That's a smart foul, even though he was sealed by Art De La Cruz. Some players would have given up, but not Mark Yee. He gives up the foul, earn it from the strike.
Even though these two teams played different styles, in terms of personnel, sobrang well-matched itong dalawa eh.
Right? A mix of young and good vets. Yung dalawang koponan na to.
And also when you look at their front court, hindi rin ganong katangkaran pero alam mong tumatrabaho sa ilalim. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Jolo Mendoza checks back in. A guy, or first time to check in rather. A guy who we mentioned in the pregame who led all scorers with 18 points and also probably has the intention of taking our jobs. By sitting here, even asking for a picture.
Ito, nagparamdam agad ito ha.
Oh, si Barkley.
Barkley Bonya, first game niya against May Kawayan.
Anytime your first name is Barkley, kailangan magparamdam ka talaga palagi. And you're referring to the game against Pasay, I believe, where
sa May Kawayan, yung home game nila.
May Kawayan, yeah. May Kawayan. Basta sa ano yun eh? Sa hometown nila.
Oh.
Di ba? Sa May Kawayan nga, ang kalaban nila ron. Which they won.
Yeah.
Talk about May Kawayan, a big win last night against the Gensan Warriors.
18-2 run in the fourth quarter. They were down by 10 heading into the fourth. But turned things around. And that really puts pressure on Ilagan Isabela.
It does. I was about to say. Because that was a big loss by May Kawayan against Ilagan a few weeks back.
Yeah, but timeout will be right back.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di hindi ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Ilagan Isabela currently at 13-8. Commissioner Emerson Arreta, Head of Security Rudy Distrito.
I gotta get some tips, from Emmer, because look at that here. That is Korean style, man. And I've tried all the kinds of styles, pero wala pa rin tumutubo. You gotta give me something, Emmer. Come on, brother.
Parang merong time na baliktad pa kayo na sitwasyon mo, di ba? Joey Liu drives. Last touch ang Ilagan Isabela. Timeout din agad si Coach Don Dulay. Under 2 minutes left, we are tied at 15 apiece.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that
Oh, my!
we have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
The participants of the one-on-one challenge, Jer Olegario, Nash Enriquez, Kian Baclaan, Topeng Lagrama, John Ashley Faa, Fortscape Patrigao, Aaron Acop, and J.R. Chavez representing Rizal. A guy that exploded in the fourth quarter
Three
against
words.
Zamboanga.
Who you got?
Ikaw, sino? Hirap, no?
I got maybe two. I gotta go for Kian Baclaan because not only of the lahat yan mahusay mag one-on-one. Pero kung lakas ng pangangatawan, tingin ko dun makakalamang si Kian. And Steve Nash Enriquez.
Inside, JP Kawilan can't convert. Jake Gaspay with the rebound.
Magkakaroon kasi ng limit pag pumoste ka eh. Which is, I think, 3 seconds. Yung kunyari, drumive ka and then there's a slight post-up. You're only allowed to do that for, I believe, 3 seconds.
Joey Liu.
Yeah, even falls down on the floor. Now, if Fortscape Patrigao is able to maximize those 3 seconds, that could be him. Because he is the tallest among the guards dun sa lineup niya.
So may idea ka sa format, ha? Ako kasi hindi ko alam. Hindi ko pa alam.
I believe that's the format. One of the formats.
Bartley Ebonia, shot fake. The shot rolls out. Gets it back. Pero naagawan ni Jolo Mendoza. Tumatakbo ang Rizal. Paul Victoria, back to Jolo. Traveled. Knew it.
Too quick for himself, and Jolo knew it, as you mentioned.
39 seconds left. Rizal turning things around after being down by 7 earlier. Mosqueda remains on the floor as well as Allen Mina and Art De La Cruz. Ebonia. De La Cruz pops out. Tried to pass it off to JP Kawilan. Can't finish over Joey Liu.
A fight for the loose ball by the smaller Robles over Ebonia.
Mendoza, no hesitation. And he drills the trifecta.
What a gutsy shot that was, because if he missed that, babalik ang bola dito sa Ilagan. Pero dahil na-shoot niya, bumalik pa rin ang bola, pero at least na-shoot nila yung basket. Instead, the last shot sila rin.
De La Cruz can get the shot to fall at the end of the buzzer. And the first quarter comes to a close. Rizal with a 13-8 2-point turnaround here in the first 10 minutes of game action.
Both of their lineup, though, the first stringers and the second group making an impact. The last one was Jolo Mendoza with that transition 3 as you look at the highlights of the first quarter.
Down by 7 earlier, now up by 6. Alvin Alday getting himself going with that 3. 21-15 Rizal with a 6-point lead against Ilagan at the end of 1. September 5, malapit-lapit na rin yan. 2 weeks from now, we will be at the Polomolok Municipal Gymnasium in South Cotabato. First game, Quezon Huskers versus the Gensan Warriors at 5 p.m. And then the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu will take on the Binyan Tatak Jellies Motorcycle Tire.
Can't wait.
No, ganda yan. Ikaw yun, di ba? Punta ka?
Yes, sir.
Saka ano yan eh, festival din nila yan as part of their celebrations. Ay, saya niyan. I'll be watching here from Manila. Good set of games. Kita-its po tayo dyan, mga kaliga.
No, don't worry. I'll make sure that Mika buys you pasalubong.
Ba't siya lang?
From her own pocket. Yeah. Because she has a deeper pocket than mine.
A 17-4 run by Rizal. Kaya ngayon sila ang lamang 21-15. JP Kawilan still getting accustomed to his new position at that small forward spot for Ilagan Isabela. Rolo Mendoza attacks the defense of Paranada, finishing over Mark Niebonia.
Oh, somebody wake me up. The sharpshooter Jolo Mendoza with a little hang time. That has to be one of the first, at least this season. Nice finish.
They open up an 8-point lead. Kawilan swings it to Paranada. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, Victoria. Against Felebrico, sends it to Joey Liu. Gets into the paint, kicks it back out to Paul Victoria for free. Off to the right, Robles before the shot was held up by JP Kawilan.
That's what you love about Billy Robles, who is also an all-star this year.
Last play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Ang galing kumuha ng rebound kasi magaling siyang pumusisyon para sa rebound. That's the second time already and he has done that kind of rebound. The one on the defensive end, this time on the offensive.
Double foul pala, tinawag. Siya din, tinawagan ng foul. 23-15. Mendoza's pass deflected and stolen by DJ Felebrico.
Nice anticipation right there with the active hands by Felebrico kahit na nakataligod na siya na.
J-Boy Solis kakapasok lang para sa Ilagan Isabela. Paranada tumira sa 3, wala. Felebrico nakuha yung offensive rebound. Kawilan straight away free. Can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound. Who gets it? The All-Stars.
Yeah.
Jake Gaspay cuts, lays it in for 2.
The energy plays by Billy Ray Robles on the other end turned into gold immediately. Finished by Gaspay, and then a sportsmanlike foul will be called. Just a poor job. I believe this is going to be on Joey Liu because momentum clearly on the side of Rizal. And quickly to apologize, as he should. Joel.
Oy, sa harap ng referee nangyari. And claiming that he got hit first. Pero alam mo naman, ang madalas na uhuli, yung bumabawi. Pero Ayun, sportsmanlike foul. For excessive hard contact.
Well, we always say that, basketball, that's why we love this sport, has a lot of similarities to life itself, right? Similar, right? And I'm sure you experienced this. Kaya kung magkakasala ka, maganda mauna ka kung magkakasalanan ka, di ba? Kasi yung bawi, di ba? Lalo na kayo ng mag-asawa, di ba? Pag ikaw bumawi, huli ka. Kaya mag-sorry ka agad.
Kaya lang, mintis yung una free throw ni Robbie Celis. So the struggles continue for Ilagan
Kung may
Isabela.
iwan mo yung tinapay dun sa, di ba, sa oven, mauna ka.
That snaps a 21-4 run. But they're down by 9. Para nada. And before the pass got inbounds, may foul ulit laban sa Rizal. Goal Victoria. Baseline inbound for the Cowboys. Celis. Sizing up the defense of Jake Gaspay. Taking his time. Fades away. Blocked by Gaspay.
Not so much lift on that fade, especially against a high leaper, an athletic forward na si Gaspay.
Jake thought about that three. Closed out hard by Celis. Missing badly on that three. Tumatakbo ang Ilagan. Celis. Flipped on the arm. He'll be back at the line to shoot two.
It's just one of those players that you cannot speed up in transition. When you talk about transition, ganda ng tapos dito ng Rizal.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Robbie Celis about to shoot his 7th and 8th attempts from the line.
Early in this game.
And you touched on it. Huge reason why they are leading in terms of free throw makes. Itong Ilagan Isabela.
He is the only one who has gotten to the line so far in this game. All of those numbers that you mentioned, siya pa lang ang nakakapunta sa linya.
Makes good on the first. Let's go to Gianna.
Ken and Coach Chris, what do our two head coaches this game have in common? Well, both Coach Louie and Coach Don were once our analysts here in the MPBL. Coach Don shares that being an analyst has been the most fun he's had this season, and we may hear him again for the Maharlika Pilipinas Pickleball Tour, especially dahil kwento ng asawa niya that Coach Don plays pickleball every day. On the other hand, Coach Don shares that he's 10 games in coaching for Rizal, but this is the very first time he took over a team mid-season. In his words, at first it was a big challenge because I didn't get to create the lineup, but thankfully Marquis and Billy Ray Robles were there to help him out. A big help as well now that he was an analyst because he was already able to scope out his players and opponents on a deeper level. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Nice touch on that report. O nga, no? Kasama ko pala si Coach Don lang pala.
Right.
Si Coach Louie, napapanood ko. Dati, saka nung game announcer ako, nandiyan na si Coach Louie sa panel. But
in other words, Coach Don is a good friend, my former neighbor, also a former teammate. In other words, ginamit niya lang tayo, ang MPBL, para umiscout ng players niya at umiscout ng players ng iba. So thank you for that insight, Gianna. It revealed my friends, ito si Coach Don, true colors.
Manny paid the digital wallet built for the community.
But, kidding aside, Coach Don Dulay, one of the brightest minds in basketball. And obviously, a big influence also. Siyempre, yung kasama natin, hindi natin pwedeng hindi banggitin. Ano yan kung Coach Don Dulay, prince ng pickleball, if you will, yung hari, wala rito, nasa ibang bansa.
Nasa ibang bansa.
Oo. Ang initials niya, CPT.
Oo.
Ang masasabi ko lang, Coach Don, ang advice ko sa'yo, don't be like our partner, CPT, who has really lost his first love. Okay, at least si Coach Don, we see him here on the sidelines, covering his game. Alam natin ang first love pa rin niya, basketball.
Nakalaro ko yan eh. Nag-pickleball kami sa...
Mahusay ba?
Mahusay talaga.
Yun nga.
This video brought to you by Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Wow, free throws missed by Ilagan Isabela.
We missed both of them, by the way. Si Coach Louie and si Coach Don.
Yeah.
But that is by no means, no indication. Okay, we want you guys to succeed with your respective teams.
Si Coach Louie lagi pa nagme-message yan eh. He's always been a student of the game. Every time he feels na andun pa din eh. Andun pa rin yung kanyang pagiging analyst here on the booth. And we have a coach's challenge by Rizal. We'll be back for the result of this one.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanigang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Ball possession for the Cowboys.
Coach Don was challenging the last out-of-bounds play. He is unsuccessful. J.R. Chavez daw ang last touch. Nasa harap. Referee natin, J. Mortaliedo. So, session now with Ilagan. Paranada. Robbie Celis. Given space, takes the shot. Can't get it to fall.
Well, that's a shot. He's just unable to knock it down.
Mendoza. Against Donald Gumaru. Oh man, Jolo Mendoza. Straight line to the cup plus the foul.
Well, you talk about a big improvement. Jolo Mendoza has certainly taken a leap in terms of expanding his game. It's usually the other way around. People like to expand their range. Not Jolo, because he's always known to be a terrific outside shooter. But the last two plays, how about that? Finishing at the cup.
And he's been pretty vocal about him trying to get his rhythm back. But he has played well the last 4 games. 15 points per ball game. 46.2% from the field. He has his girlfriend, by the way, shown earlier. Always supporting him in whatever he does. Art de la Cruz. Ginugulo ni Balagtas. Pasa sa labas. Felemino tumira sa 3. Halfway down and out. Rizal up by a dozen. Chavez. Great hands. Gumaru strips him of the basketball. Pelebrico gobbled up by the defense of Rizal.
And a drop pass to Solis, out there to go up by himself and got blocked. Chavez, that's a 5-point swing.
J.R. Chavez nails the 3, and suddenly it's a 15-point lead by the Golden Coolers.
That's gotta hurt the Cowboys.
Gumaru can't stop the bleeding.
And it's one and done sa ofensiba. Itong Ilagan, no offensive rebound whatsoever in the last one. Chavez back-to-back.
Rizal in the midst of a 30-8 run. Mendoza open look off to the right.
Look at Sarao. Keeping the ball alive, leading to this one.
J.R. Chavez, 5 straight points.
How about Sarao? Persistence personified that time. Keeping the ball alive twice and leading to the layup by Chavez. Paranada, that's a big basket.
Desperately needed that. Rizal was slowly pulling away. Now it's back down to 14.
Only the 7th point of the Cowboys in this quarter. We are approaching just under the 4-minute mark.
Mendoza directing traffic. Felebrico in front of him. Cholo pulls up. Tough shot. Fight for the rebound. It will stay with the Golden Coolers. It's gonna go against J-Boy Solis. Alvin Alday, Philip Manalang return for Rizal. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. This is what we saw when we covered that game against Gensan, where they were so active with the offensive glass.
That's a great point. Continue.
Yun naman.
Yeah, because nakakita mo kasi itong lineup, no? Si Coronel pumasok, a big year lineup para sa Rizal. Pinitan si Chavez, which puts itong si Balagtas at the 3 spot, I believe, as he is guarding the 5-man on the other end in North de la Cruz. And to your point, that was a couple weeks back,
Yeah.
wherein they dominated the bigger, supposedly bigger, itong Gensan Warriors on the glass that night. That happened on their home floor.
And it came off that tough loss against Batangas. And that triggered that 3-game winning run for Rizal, starting off with that game against Gensan. Dominated the rebounding battle, led by as many as 21 points in that ball game. And we're seeing a similar trend at the moment against Ilagan Isabela. Art de la Cruz hits the free throw, which Alex Angeles,
Uy, fresh from Europa yan.
believe it or not, this is the worst game of the season for Art de la Cruz. He did have 14 rebounds and 7 assists, but first time he's been held to single digits in terms of scoring.
One of the leading candidates sa MVP race natin.
Rebound by Sarao off that De La Cruz miss. Under 3 minutes left in the second period. Sarao cuts.
That's a foul.
And will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Always tough to stop somebody with a head of steam. Coming off a lag from the backcourt, nakakuha ng Buela off the catch after that punch screen action on the other side. Nice continuity of the primary break by Rizal.
Sarao. Malakas yung unang free throw. Rizal right now at 13-7. And that loss by Gensan against May Kawayan yesterday hurt, because now they have 5 losses, 15-5. So Rizal just 2 games behind Gensan. And Gensan still has a couple of tough assignments coming up against Bataan and Batangas City. So if Rizal could muster up some wins, and ideally if they sweep their remaining games, they might have a chance of moving up in the team standings in the South Division.
Maybe the top 4. That's why it was a big win and a huge loss by Gensan. That's a big win for May Kawayan, right? Because they're trying to get home court advantage on goal nila. But number 4, they caught a big fish in Gensan. And itong Rizal, because they're in the same division ng Gensan at 13 wins. Gensan up to 15-5 after the loss last night.
Yung resulta pala nun, no? May big effect dito sa dalawang kupunan na yun.
Meron, no?
Both teams breathing on their necks in terms of team standings in their respective divisions. 21-3, bola babalik sa Rizal. Still down by 12, 2 minutes remaining, under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Philip Manalang, Alvin Alday, Mark E, Lervin Flores, and AJ Coronel. E against Celis. Alday, 8 on the shot clock. Throws it away. De La Cruz tried to pitch it ahead, but Coronel outrunning Kyle Paranada. Nalang will reset their offense. Marquis asking for it. Wants it to come to AJ Coronel. But great help defense by Robbie Celis with his second block. A foul will be called against Rizal. They are in penalty free throws. More free throws coming for the Cowboys.
Well, they catch a break. Talk about Ilagan, because even after a mismatch and a move to the basket, what looked to be sure 2 points, coming from the strong side was the arm of Robbie Celis that led to this one eventually. The 2 free throws of Art.
Art de la Cruz nails his first free throw. 11 double-doubles this season for Art.
Is that best in the league?
Yeah. Wala naman iba eh. Parang siya lang.
It used to be somebody, maybe you know him, a guy named Justin Baltasar.
Right. Marquis bumitbit na naman.
Oh no. Oh no, he didn't.
Second time he's done that. He now has 6 points.
Nilalaglag sa ring eh, no? Si Marquis, even with the advanced age.
40 seconds left in the first half. Allen Mina. Inside, De La Cruz off the glass and in.
Just a poor job by defending the post off the ball, si Flores, because that offense was really going nowhere but caught himself behind Art de la Cruz, and De La Cruz took advantage to turn the lead down to 10. Last basket na ang Rizal dito.
3-second differential between shot and game clock. Manalang. Pass to Marquis. Shot fake. Takes the free and makes it.
You bet!
Mina from half court. And the first half comes to a close. Marquis and the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers go on a tear. After being down by 7 early in the first quarter, they find themselves up by 13 and a half, 42-29.
Hello to all MPBL fans. I'm inviting you to watch the All-Star Game sa Inalis Center, Montalban, Rizal on August 29, 2026. And kita-kita tayo doon.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
Some mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that win!
Oh my!
Have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di tatatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di tatatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat laban pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat
Halftime score, Rizal with a 13-point lead over Ilagan Isabela, 42-29. It was the Cowboys who had a good start, 11-4. They had their biggest lead at 7 points, but a huge turnaround by Rizal, 32-8 run. And they led by as many as 17 points before settling for this 13-point lead at the half.
And usually there's one player who would sort of like have an impact, flip the script of some sort. And not the case really, except maybe for Marquis with the surprising up-tempo and also I don't even know how to describe it kasi sa ibabaw lahat eh. Except for that 3 before the quarter ended, but Marquis having an impact with 9 points, but it's been a collective effort really for Rizal. They're shooting the ball much better. It's been inside and out. You see the inside points, 20-12. The 3-pointers, having the advantage there, making 3 more 3-pointers. But it's really their defense because Robbie Celis, Art de la Cruz, sure, they have 16 points combined, but Art is shooting 22% for 2 of 9. And Robbie Celis only 40% for 2 for 5. So you talk about them making those two really earn their points. They've done that in the first half.
And I also thought Philip Manalang set the tone in terms of him being aggressive, looking for his shot. Also had 6 assists in the first half. Now he starts off the third with Alwin Alday, Billy Robles, Marquis, and AJ Coronel. Samantala, sa panig ng Ilagan Isabela, ganun din ang kanilang starting unit. Allen Mina, Art de la Cruz, Tondon Gumaru, Gino Mosqueda, and Robbie Celis. Mina will trigger it in. Inside, de la Cruz passing it to the outside. Gumaru steps back.
Who gets the rebound.
Marquis with his 3rd rebound of the ball game. Swings it to Alwin Alday.
They go to the empty side, ball screen, a recheck of the ball screen. And Alwin wish he could get that back after the miss.
Mina lost it. It ends up with Billy Robles.
They have an advantage if they want it, 5 and 4. And there's the advantage exploited.
Muntik pang mawala pero na-recover ni Robles. Naipasa pa niya kay AJ Coronel. Balik sa 15 puntos ang labang ng Rizal.
What's the lesson there? Ang importante, nakuha mo pag mawala.
And a basket by Dondon Gumaru, who is back in the starting lineup, by the way, for Ilagan. Getting past 2 defenders.
Finishing with the inside hand. And getting an extra bonus at the stripe.
Interesting what Gianna came up with at the huddle.
Simplify everything. One simple instruction from Coach Louis to the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys during halftime. Undeniable raw kasi na maganda talaga ang matchup nila with Rizal. So they just also have to match their physicality and energy and just be stronger with the ball. Sa depensa naman, iniinip daw sila tapos umaatake. So they have to be patient, alert, and attack on the transition. As a veteran, Alan Santos even got a word into his teammates during halftime. He told them that they just have to be clearer with communicating with each other so they don't waste any time on court. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Only 1 fast break point for Ilagan in the first half. That was a transition basket by Dondon Gumaru. 2 minutes gone by. Lead is at 10.
I don't know about you, but my takeaway there, that's excellent work, Gianna. As you see the replay right here.
Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Move 3 waterproof speaker, unstoppable sound, ultimate power.
Only a 10-point lead, but if Rizal is able to sustain and protect the lead and get this win, may dahilan na itong Cowboys. Malamang ang dahilan nila, it's complicated.
Pero tingnan natin Ilagan playing a little bit better here to start the third. Marquis facing up against Art de la Cruz. Lost it. Turnover. Cowboys on the run. Nice pass. Mosqueda, a couple of pump fakes. De la Cruz umihit. One-hander. Wala.
I thought Mosqueda had an easy reverse right there. A little too unselfish that time.
Alday.
That's a shot. Mas gusto niya yung mas mahirap na tira kasi yung layup na namintis niya possessions prior.
4-point swing. Rizal back up by a dozen. Mina going right at Robles. Pipituon ng foul si Marquis. Last break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
And this was the fast break that the Coolers took advantage. 5-on-4, Coronel. Rim running. Getting rewarded for it as Arthur Cruz gets a nice back screen from Donald Gumaru and a nice bounce by Chino Mosqueda, who was the designated inbounder right here. That's a tough pass, gets through two defenders really, and Arthur de la Cruz will head to the line for the bonus.
De la Cruz 9 points. Caspay, Victoria come in early. They will replace Marquis and AJ Coronel. Marquis not happy with that last call whistled against him. Art now in double figures with 10 markers. Single digits na lang ang lamang ng Rizal, 46-37. Victoria laban kay Allen Mina. Manalang. Pass to the outside. Jake Caspay for 3. Too strong. Robles caught pushing off against Art de la Cruz.
Had success in the first half. Something we pointed out specifically, the rebounding ability of Robles. Pero this time, nakatapat niya isang veterano din eh. Mukhang na-veteran siya doon ni Art de la Cruz. Selling that call after the push by Billy.
Maagang na penalty ang Rizal.
Something they could use to their advantage, huh?
Yeah, for Ilagan. More free throws coming. 17th and 18th attempts from the free throw line for the Cowboys.
10 already coming from Robbie Celis, who hit or took the first 8 free throws in this game.
Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community.
Yeah, alam, 50% na si Robbie, no? Making only 5 of the 10 so far. As you see, the crunch man, Alex Gabagno.
Still can't suit up for Ilagan Isabela.
I wonder if his, favorite na cereal niya, if he eats any, kung Captain Crunch din.
Allen Mina with a rebound. Meron pa dito nun?
Wala, pero tandaan natin, Phil-Am yan. Si Alex.
Oo nga. Tres ni Gumaru, wala. Victoria. Art de la Cruz gives up the foul.
That's a good foul to give up. Only the first team foul to prevent the fast break.
Second personal on Art de la Cruz. Little over 4 minutes gone by in the third. Manalang. Steps back. Pinasa muna kay Alvin Alday. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Manalang. Shoots at the free throw line. Gets the friendly bounce.
So they were going under the screens until the last second, wherein Art de la Cruz was forced to switch. Seems to be a team rule. And then Philip Manalang with the dribbling exhibition was able to hit the basket through that jumper.
Gumaru tumira sa tres. Short. Manalang with the rebound. Victoria,
That's gonna count if it goes in.
almost. 2 free throws will be given to Paul.
This is what you like, no, sa lineup nitong Rizal. Has different faces to it. They could go small, which they are in right now. You talk about the combination of Manalang, Victoria, and Alday. Halos pantay-pantay lang. Ang laki ng tatlong yan. No? 3 capable ball handlers. Not only can bring down the basketball, but 3 guys who can score in their own right. And then having Robles at the 4.
GR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And in the first half, something you pointed out, they had that big lineup which they used more often, specifically against the game in Jensen, which worked out really well for them. So, ang ganda ng flexibility, no, sa lineup nitong ni Coach Don Dulay. They could throw different looks against different teams.
De La Cruz, sablay yung kanyang tira sa labas. Robles, the crossover, lays it in. Getting past Art De La Cruz for the basket. MJ Ayaay in for the first time for the Cowboys. Victoria and De La Cruz getting into it.
Something to spice up the game. To be perfectly honest with you, I've been waiting for this moment today. It's been quite a friendly ball game since the first game. It may be something that we need to spice things up, but let's just keep it that way, huh? Hindi na magkaabutan.
No.
Pormahan lang.
Nagpang-abot, bagya si Victoria and De La Cruz.
Konti lang naman.
4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third. A lot at stake in this game. Ilagan Isabela.
It is a double technical foul between number 18,
Tawagan ng double technical.
and number 1, Lawrence.
Parang tinawagan ng technical foul si Victoria at si De La Cruz. Mabigat nga lang for the Cowboys. That's the third foul against Art.
You know what, Ken? I take it back because I forgot that we have one more blockbuster game, which is San Juan and Binyan. At feeling ko marami tayo niyan mamaya.
Oo.
So, sana huli na yan for now.
Binaita lang ni Paul na may buhok ako sa kilig-ili.
Oh my gosh! Talk about the visual description on point. Ken Pangilinan.
Kita naman eh.
Gianna is just covering her ears right now.
Robbie Salis with a basket. 51-41. 10-point lead. Victoria, sablay. Masikip, nilabas muna. Victoria takes the free. No good. Fight for the rebound.
Robbie's gonna be open.
Celis is ahead. Had to adjust, and that resulted into a miss. Action picking up here in the third. Manalang for free. Another rebound for Celis. Good pass. Felebrico sent back to the friend zone by Jake Gaspay.
How about the basket-saving plays by Rizal? What seemed to be 2 points on the other end in transition. But because of the challenging defense na dinay nila.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. We have a timeout. Late in the third, we'll be back after this short break.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Our technical head, Jofe Tokfemia. Back with us at the Alonte Sports Arena. Mamaya, magkalaban ang San Juan at Binyan in our main game to cap off the week.
Should be a really good one. I expect that to be a highly physical game. I think officiating is gonna play a big role sa resulta ng larong yon and the flow of that game.
Jake Kaspay picks up a foul, sending MJ Ayaay to the line. Uy, batiin ko lang ang ating kasama, kaibigan. Kahit nagtatampo ako bahagya. Hindi, joke lang. Si Juanito Gregorio. Happy birthday, Coach Juanits.
Uy, happy birthday, Coach Juanits. Ang ganda ng timing mo Wala ka dito.
Kaya kami nagtatampo. Wala ka dito. Ha? Juanits, doon pala sa kapila. Hindi, si Juanits.
Dapat manghinaing si Juanito, wala siya rito. Kasi ang balita ko pag nagtrabaho ka on your birthday, double pay.
Ganon?
Sa MPBL, wala siya. Wala na. Double gastos pa siya kung nasan man siya ngayon.
Mabuti binanggit mo yan. Malapit na rin birthday ko
Sisiguraduhin kung hindi ka makakaupo. As MJ Ayaay with a basket to introduce himself in this game.
Ganun lang
First basket to, no, ni MJ?
Yeah. 7 na lang ang lamang. Mendoza gets blocked by Felebrico. 9 on the shot clock. Gaspay almost lost his footing. Mendoza for free. Off the mark.
I thought they catch a break there. No need to double team if you're Felebrico. But it forced the miss eventually.
Ayaay comes out of the pack. Mina, mid-range jumper is good. Lead is down to 5.
Nice pull-up jumper right there. Going to his left is Alan Mina.
2 minutes remaining in the third. Mendoza. Pass to Joey Liu. Victoria, 8 on the shot clock. Could not shake off Ayaay. Inside, Sarao tried to create space. Little bit too much. He will be called with an offensive foul.
Just a little too aggressive that time as he wanted to go quickly off the mismatch against the smaller defender.
J-Boy Solis comes in for the Cowboys. Alan Mina against Joey Liu. Lead was at 17 earlier in the second quarter. Ayaay going up against his former teammate Robles.
Fishing expedition.
Willie Robles will be tagged with a foul.
I gotta see it again because I thought MJ Ayaay was the one who initiated contact. Question is, was the arms of Billy in the cylinder? Here's the move. It's probably the first one wherein yung left arm ni Billy nasa loob habang paangat si MJ. That's probably the reason why for the whistle.
MJ hits the first free throw. Ilagan Isabela slowly catching up. This free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok. Kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Down to a one-possession ball game. 1 minute and 20 left in the third. Liu to Jake Gaspay. Pinabayaan. Tumira sa tres and gets it to go.
Something you're willing to give up if you're the offense or the defense rather of Ilagan. But make no mistake, Gaspay has shown signs of that through the season. He would make one a few times.
Mendoza off balance. And the ball goes back to Ilagan Isabela. 49 seconds remaining in the third. Felebrico against Jolo Mendoza. Allen Mina, no hesitation, short. Sarao with the board. Pitching it ahead to Jake Gaspay. Good kick-out pass. Mendoza off the back iron. Offensive rebound and put back by Billy Robles.
Just a poor job defensively. They should have known the foul situation. They had a foul to give to stop that play. Instead, they gave up an offensive rebound and an open basket underneath.
Robles getting deep position against Jake Gaspay. More free throws coming for Robbie Celis.
Now let's see if they can use that extra foul. They get the instructions from the bench.
Robbie Celis. Man, it's been a struggle for him. 5 out of 11 from the line. He had struggles last year shooting free throws, especially in dying seconds. We saw that, we covered that game against Quezon when he was with Nueva Ecija, where Jeco Dario hit that go-ahead three.
I'm just gonna agree, even though I don't remember it. With that 2 terabyte memory of yours.
Si Ebonia binalik na sa loob, and then against Pangasinan, getting a split on that trip. 6 out of 12 so far. Oo. Extra step. Babalik pa sa Ilagan.
So they catch a break. Again, not using that extra foul they could give up. And it eventually leads to a turnover. A lot of time to get off a basket or shot.
Tough place to inbound, but a good pass. Still a lot of time. Ayaay to beat the buzzer. Rattles that one in.
So we talked about them catching a break. They maximize it as well. Ayaay beats the clock here in the third quarter, and I believe they will have first possession to start the fourth.
MJ Ayaay did not suit up in the first half.
He's been a spark, huh?
Yeah, quality minutes here in the third, cutting the lead down to 5, heading to the fourth, 56-51.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Slowly, fans are flocking in at the Alonte Sports Arena for that big-time showdown later. San Juan kontra Binyan. Ken Pangilinan pa rin po. Kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon, and at courtside, we have Miss Gianna Llanes.
Huli pero hindi ko lang. Okay, I'm sorry. Ito sila Derek, mukhang may galit sa akin itong mga to eh.
Namimiss ka lang, ikaw naman eh. Fourth quarter. Paranada. Good look, just couldn't knock it down from beyond the arc. The spy will bring the ball down, gives it up to Jolo Mendoza. They swing it to the other side. Joey Liu, pocket pass to JP Sarao.
What a move!
Nahilo si Barkley Ebonia. And Sarao converts, extending the lead back to 7.
Kulang na lang, tanongin niyo si Barkley, gusto mo mango, strawberry, o vanilla shake?
Ebonia wants it back at the post against Sarao. Wraparound pass. Bit too tight. Paranada was gobbled up. Mendoza, the spy, kicks it out. Jolo will drive. Joey Liu, tumira sa tres. Yes! It's as if he knew that the shot was going in as he headed back down to the floor for defense.
The belief is important, especially if you take a shot, and that's what he showed right there. He's showing you too.
Binawi naman ni MJ Ayaay. Ayaay, all 10 of his points in the second half.
What a spark he has provided this team, because this team it felt like was dead in the water. Really, the way they were playing, struggling shooting the basketball, Ayaay giving them a huge lift here in the second half.
Robles at Ayaay going at it again. This time Ayaay is the one who gives up the foul. This three-point shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
Talk about picking up where you left off after hitting that buzzer-beating basket to end the quarter. Opens up the fourth with another jumper.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Having some mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that's it.
Oh, my!
We have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Our participants in the slam dunk contest kay Manny Glady, Joe Gomez de Liano, John Abate, Rin William Bing, Jake Figueroa, and Antonio Sebio. Baka pwede pa daw si Tucker Molina.
Posible. Especially after the 2 dunks he displayed in the first game. 1 follow-up dunk. The other one, I think, coming off a drop. Was that a drop pass?
Galing sa baseline.
Yeah. The second one topped the first one, though, but both were nice.
Ano yung follow-up dunk yun? Billy Robles, Bintes. Nakaisolis na ang bola para sa Ilagan.
No. The first one was an alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
Oh, the first. That was the first dunk.
Solis, pass to Felebrigo. Cut off by Sarao, takes the shot. Rebound off the miss by Robles. Good pass inside, Sarao. Able to recover it, they reset their offense. Liu, entry pass to Sarao. 7 on their shot clock. Nice cut, Robles though. Block, but also a foul against Barkley Ebonia. Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Pocket pass out by Liu, and the patience up, under, and up again. JP Sarao.
Feet work. Robbie Celis back on the floor for the Cowboys. Robles at the line. Struggled in that game against Pasay. Only shot poorly from the free throw line. Only 1 out of 6.
Could be a different story today. Mintis yung una.
Believe it or not, this is his first All-Star appearance.
I don't believe it. Really?
Yeah, it is. And well-deserved, by the way. 62-54. Manny Pay, digital wallet built for the community.
The may bahay. Nakita natin ng mga player at coaches ng Rizal.
Celis, pasa sa labas. Ayaay drills in the free. He now has 13 points in the second half and they pull to within 5.
He's been really good in the second half. Where would they be if not for the spark provided by MJ?
Also a former player of Coach Don Dulay last season. Sarao digging in deep against Don Gumaru. Foul on the floor against Don Gumaru.
Just doing a good job of taking advantage of the switching defense by Ilagan. In the previous quarter, Ilagan did a splendid job of preserving their fouls. Not the case in the fourth because Rizal has yet to commit a foul when Ilagan has already 3.
Ayaay. Chance to cut the lead even further, but he will miss.
5-on-4.
Spy, pass
Nice pick.
inside. Robles lets Celis fly by and scores. 64-57. Gumaru sa kaliwa, laban kay Mendoza. De La Cruz. Nahuling, nakahapak sa sideline si Allen Mina. Fast Break the Game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
How about this finish? And the transition led by the big man in Gaspay and Robles with a nice fake and finish.
Mendoza forcing up the shot.
Well, he thought he was going to get the whistle.
Allen Mina. Out pass. Gumaru straight away free. Rebound with Robles, his 12th rebound of the ball game.
What a job rebounding-wise by Billy Ray Robles, something that from the get-go we pointed out. He's been working really hard.
Pass to Chino Mosqueda.
Tough shot.
Spy with another board for Rizal.
I believe Billy Robles was the one who challenged and able to deflect, or rather change that shot.
Billy Robles with another double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds.
That's a foul.
And Mina fouls Jolo Mendoza.
And I'm not sure what the foul is for. Because he was right there. Nasa harapan siya ni Mendoza. Pang-apat na yan, which means the next foul they gave up, moving forward, everything will be at the line.
Manalang against Don Gumaru. 8 on the shot clock. Manalang can't hit the free. Good pass. Gumaru catching it in traffic and makes the shot in transition. Lead back down to 5.
That's something they're willing to give up defensively, Ilagan. Now, Manalang hit one earlier. I believe that was late in the third quarter, but not that time. That led to a layup for the Cowboys.
Marco Balagtas sa poste. Lee Yu. Another free. That's his third.
There comes a point that the shot that you're willing to give up defensively, if the player is making it already, pangatlo nga, no, tulad na sabi mo, you probably want to change your mind about giving that up again.
3 out of 3 from beyond the arc for Joey Lee Yu. De La Cruz. Wala. Gaspay with his 7th rebound of the game.
De La Cruz with a double-double, but it's been a tough outing of shooting the basketball. 3 for 14 after that miss.
Lee Yu to Jake Gaspay. Face-up jumper. Bouncing out. Gumaru. Pass to Robbie Celis. Celis skies and scores.
The sky, I don't know, but the touch certainly there. Robbie Celis knows how to finish, no question about it.
Baba sa 6 ang lamang, 67-61. Paubos ng shot clock ng Rizal, 6 seconds remaining. Liu charging through, flips it up, puts it in. Joey Liu, 11 points.
Along with 4 assists.
Celis, cross-court pass, Gumaru. Step back over Manalang. Robles falls down hard. Ilagan ending up with it, and De La Cruz making them pay, and Coach Don Dulay is livid.
And I think because of Chino Mosqueda and Billy Robles.
Yeah.
When Robles went up, and Coach Don Dulay believed that Chino Mosqueda held him down. Let's see once again in the replay. There's Robles, there's the foul.
Yeah.
It was a slight hold, maybe a second or split second hold. Tinulungan pa ni Chino eh.
And it's very rare to see Coach Don go at the officials like that.
Right. I'm telling you, it's the pickleball effect. Just my opinion.
Ganun ba?
I mean, I've seen it with our friend. A little impatient at times.
Ganun?
Yeah.
So dapat ba mag-isip-isip na rin ako?
Oh, definitely. Don't forget your first love. But, you know, kidding aside, Don Dulay, that's true.
Di ba?
Always poised. Even when he was a basketball player, especially as a point guard, that's the last guy that you want to lose composure, which he was. Rarely do you see him lose his cool, but as a coach, at that moment, you know, for good reason, there's a reason why he did that.
And it's not the type of mukhang tatawagan siya ng technical dito eh. It's not a type of a technical foul wherein he's trying to fire up his team. It's
Right.
really more of his displeasure of that non-call
Right.
on the last play.
The thing is, it will definitely cost them, even though they're up.
Kasi mabigat dun, naka-shoot pa ng 3 si Art De La Cruz.
Correct.
Technical free throw for Don
Gumaru
Gumaru.
will shoot the technical. But left it short. Possession ng Rizal. They dodge a bullet. 69-64. Quits na. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth.
End up in a spread situation, and Ilagan has been switching pretty much all ball screens since the start of the second half.
Liu.
I thought he had a layup.
Yeah, I thought he had a step against Robbie Celis.
Robbie Celis has 2 blocks. Yeah, has good timing, but I don't think Robbie Celis would have caught up with a block from behind. Kasi yun yung pinakita ni Joel Liu ng atake na yun. Yung likod niya, no?
Coach's challenge from Ilagan Isabela. We'll be back for the result.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanya. nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for the Cowboys.
Successful challenge from Ilagan Isabela. Last touch nga naman si Alvin Alday. So babalik ang bola sa Ilagan Isabela. Marquis is back on the floor for the Golden Coolers.
So forecourt pickup para sa Rizal, which they can somewhat afford though, to be a little bit aggressive because they have a couple fouls to give. There's the foul, although I thought that was unnecessary. How you use your fouls also is important, especially if you're the team leading.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Ayaay gets it from Gumaro and lays it in. 15 points for MJ Ayaay in the second half.
Yeah, he's been big, huh?
Tatlo na lang ang kailangan na bulan ng Ilagan Isabela. Liu. Mark Yi trying to position himself down low. Foul against MJ Ayaay. Pero i-challenge ulit ng Ilagan, ha? Nasa Ayaay is saying that
He was hooked.
yeah, he was hooked by
On
Marquis.
the arm. Not by Captain Hook.
Will this be a successful one again? We'll find out when we return.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakpakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul resulting in a jump ball on the center
Another
court.
successful challenge by the Cowboys.
Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
Huli. Although they did not call it against Marquis, they just go to a jump ball.
Maling huli. That's what you mean.
Maling huli. Pero Rizal ang nanalo sa tip.
But that's better because if he needed a challenge here, that would have been 2 free throws.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Marquis backing down MJ Ayaay. Shoots over him and scores.
Good D. Just better O.
Second,
Marquis, yeah? Vintage.
second guy for Rizal in double figures with 11. Ayaay takes the free and makes it over Joey Liu.
Goodness gracious. MJ Ayaay. Kailangan natin ng spiritista dito. He seems to be possessed in this game. Look at this shot. And this is something, the first time ko lang makita niyang gawin. Right here. Did not even put the ball down to his shot pocket. From the head, then the shot. Something he doesn't do normally. But because he's been playing so well, he brought a lot of energy, continues to bring it. Scoring, obviously. Anytime you see the ball go through the rim, many times, which he has done, even shots like those go in. And what a time to come. Only a 2-point game.
18 points, did not play in the first half. 11 of those coming here in the fourth quarter. Mendoza, high arc of a three is good. What an answer from Jolo.
That's big time. That's big time after being silent pretty much the whole half. Played very well in the last game. Look at this. Step back, had to shoot a jump shot just to get it over the taller Robbie Celis, who challenged that well, able to knock it down.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Back and forth we go at the Alonte Sports Arena. Mike Mabulak, Nick Caballero, and Binyan will defend their home court later. Maya-maya lang laban sa San Juan. But a close finish between these two squads, Ilagan and Rizal. Cowboys down by 5 after that made free by Jolo Mendoza. De La Cruz, good pass. Allen Mina though, double clutched it.
Well, he tried to recover. He lost the ball for a moment and tried to recover. That's the double clutch. But it was still a good look off that back door. Hindi nga lamang pumasok.
No need to foul if you're Ilagan. 6 on the shot clock. Mendoza though, blocked by Celis from behind. Allen Mina takes it way off the mark on that three-point attempt.
Would have been a nice stop in a basket on the other end. If he made that shot, they did not need to foul with 36 seconds remaining. But now, with clock obviously not on their side, I believe they should give up the foul.
Try to lengthen this ball game. Umaru and Mendoza going at it. Jolo. Cowboys not fouling just yet. Good screen by Robles. Mendoza gets a free lay to the basket, lays it in, making this a free possession ball game.
Who needs the free throw line if you can get a layup? How huge has been Jolo Mendoza in the clutch? The step back three and showing the handles as well. Left alone in the lane.
5 of his 13 points here in the fourth. 76-69, timeout Ilagan. Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker. Unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Rizal eyeing their fourth straight victory. And more importantly, looking to gain some ground on the top 5 teams in the South Division. And they're looking good. 26.5 seconds left. Ilagan Isabela behind by 7 points. Mosqueda will trigger it in. No more timeouts for the Cowboys.
Rizal has fouls to give.
Ayaay shoots it and makes it up to 21 points. 19.9 ticks left. And Rizal will use a timeout.
Well, the handoff right here, I thought here they could have fouled before the shot on the first one. Almost like a re-screen situation for him as he was trying to gather the pickup of the basketball.
And we'll stay on the air. We'll listen in to Coach Don.
Nakapagtanggap na doon. So, kailangan yung cases ko nandito yung bola. Meron sa gitna, meron dito. Meron sa corner. Who's this?
I will inbound it.
Look at this, guys. Okay, so our options are here. Okay, Mark, you steal. You try to get the ball here. This is you. The timing. Once you see these guys are not.
Me, I'm just...
Okay.
No.
All right.
Block tayo. Okay tayo? Let's go.
19.9 seconds left. 2 possession ball game. Rizal up by 4. 1 timeout left for Rizal. Wala na para dito sa Ilagan. Alday. Mendoza trapped. And they get a break. Alday fouled. 15.5 seconds left. Umaru will foul out.
Well, Ilagan put them in the situation where they wanted. No? Yung pag-double dito, almost in half court. Jolo Mendoza, gotta give him credit. He was ball strong and did not panic. And then just saw a little opening. Yung pinakamalapit sa kanya ni si Alday, who was above him near the half court as well. Alday, no.
Yeah, missing the first. Leaving the door slightly open for Ilagan. Alvin Alday. 7 points. Atones for it by making the second. Pitch ahead to MJ Ayaay. Forcing his way. But did not get the whistle. And that's gonna do it. Rizal will survive and pick up their 4th straight victory. And what a win for the Golden Coolers. There were times where they were trying to get their rhythm back. Coach Lon has done a good job of getting them on the same page and now looking good towards the end stretch of the elimination round. And this guy, especially in the 4th quarter, Jolo Mendoza, our best player of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL, with 2 clutch baskets to put the game away for Rizal.
There's a saying, it's not how you start. What's important is how you finish. A terrific start by Ilagan, up by 7 to set the tone. But Rizal obviously turning things around collectively in the first half. Jolo Mendoza pretty much in a struggle the whole game. But the last 5 points, you talk about 2 daggers. If he doesn't make that step back 3, they go back, they puts them up by 5. But if he doesn't make that, on the other end, you never know what could happen. Ilagan hits a 3, this could be a different result. But obviously, because of the 5 points of Jolo, they win the ball game, and he is with Gianna right now.
Congratulations to our best player of the game for the 3rd time in a row for Rizal, Jolo Mendoza. Jolo, nung last few minutes of the game, medyo nakakahabol na ang Isabela, pero ikaw yung nagpakita na hindi. You are still going to win this game. Ano yung nasa isip mo nun?
We just played as a team, honestly. Sa akin napunta yung scoring load, pero what you didn't see on the box score was the defense by Kuya Billy, the pressure by Joel. So it was a team effort. Thankfully, na-shoot yung mga tira ko, kundi I'd feel bad for my team.
Speaking of getting those shots in, you also had some great threes within the game. Is it because you're medyo practicing na for the three-point competition during the All-Star?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would be nice to win the three-point contest. I've never won the three-point contest, so getting one at least would be great.
We're very excited for that, and I'm sure the fans of Rizal are very excited about this win. Pasalamatan mo naman lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyong koponan.
So, on behalf of Team Rizal, binabati po namin at nagpapasalamat kami sa buong lungsod ng Rizal, kaila Governor Nini Henares, Governor Ito Henares, kay Mayor Junjun Henares. We also want to thank the Rizal team owners, the Golden Coolers, Sir Jaime Lim, Boss Joel Conde, the Centro Mall, sila Sir Alex Cruz, Sir Sandre Cruz. We also want to thank the sponsors of Team Rizal, Dreamwave Beach Resorts, Health Forum, Lucky Win, Powerhouse Clothing, and I also want to greet happy 30th birthday to Sir Marvin Batumbakal. And I want to say hi to my family, my parents, my lolas, Tita Eng, my girlfriend who's watching right now, my cousins, sila Banjo, Kuya Migo, and all our supporters. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your team, Jolo. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you, Ken and Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, G. Coming up next, this showdown, a big one between the San Juan Knights and the Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire Mega Wagi. Huwag kayong aalis mga kaliga, magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball